In this video we will take a look at the elite Alamanic spears and elite Alamanic Scavengers, I mean, and the Chnodomar's Lance Raiders. This unit is very expensive. It costs over 1,000. It has a 30 bonus against cavalry. It has missiles with, I think it's 50-50. Yeah, 50-50 and precision shots. So 125 missile damage that they're able to do. They are heavy skirmish cavalry, but they lack, they have good armor, they have good, decent health, not great health for the price, a lot of ammunition. They scare enemy units. They do not have the one thing that could make this unit viable. They do not have Parthian shots. And we'll take a look at why that is a problem against the Tagmata. Now I'm going to rush these guys forward, and I'm going to try to get as many volleys as I can off towards charging Tagmata. The Tagmata cavalry has the same speed. However, Tagmata cavalry has very good charge speed. All cavalry units have good charge speeds. They all charge at the same speed, ironically enough. And this is something, I'll just mention this before we start. This is something that could go a long way in balancing lighter cavalry against heavier cavalry. Because heavy cavalry has the same charge speed as light cavalry. And that means that heavy cavalry is going to, if it's able to get charge speed, it's going to be able to catch a lot of light units. And since the turn speed of even the lightest units is atrocious, that means that light cavalry has a very questionable place in the game, because they get wrecked on the charge by heavier cavalry. So, let's just see here how many volleys these guys can get off against the Tagmata and how many Tagmata they can kill. So here I'm going to throw a volley, one volley, and before I even have the time to think about turning around, the Tagmata are upon me, and that's it. Even if I had tried to kite away here, to pull back, I wouldn't have been able to. I would have gotten caught if the Tagmata only hit charge speed. So without Parthian shot, this is 1,000 just down the drain. They managed to kill, they killed a few Tagmata. Maybe they got 4 or 5 kills here. Nope, they got 3 kills against the Tagmata. 3 kills. Over here, they got 3 kills as well. So that's what you can expect from these guys in melee. Now, I didn't get a charge, but the unit doesn't have a good charge. And I didn't want to charge because I wanted to fire as many javelins as possible and then withdraw, which I wasn't even able to. So the amount of micro required to use such a unit makes it almost impossible to make that unit effective. So here we're going to be trying the elite Scavengers. Over here, braced, and in... oh, well, these are braced, and these are in wall, I believe. Yeah, melee defense 73, 58. So they actually hold up fairly well. Surprisingly well to Tagmata cavalry on the charge. And the Tagmata doesn't cycle here, so the Tagmata is actually being very nice. But they lost about 30 men. Bit more. Same thing over here. But they are starting to kill the Tagmata, but it's rare that an opponent would allow you to do this. Usually an opponent would just pull out, charge in, pull out, charge in, three charges, and your elite spear unit is dead. So they are able to do well against Tagmata in extended combat, of course they do. But yeah, a bit of they can defeat Tagmata if the Tagmata are left in. However, when they just brace, they can't even defeat Tagmata if the Tagmata are left in the entire time. So not great at eating cavalry charges by any stretch of the imagination. In spear wall they are better, but of course the spear wall limits mobility, and so it's very hard to make good use of that. And just plop down a spear wall and say, hey, please charge me. then the cavalry goes around and wrecks something else. So not impressed with the elite scavengers, although they have a very high melee attack and a decent charge bonus. I'm not impressed at all. Strength and honor.